soul music just because that's exactly what it is. It's soul music, and soul music. There's elements of it in the new trap soul, like the Bryson Tiller stuff. You know, it's soulful. For me, it's soulful. I listen to it and I get down with it, and I enjoy it because I feel like it's coming from a real place.
Yeah,
Most
wow.
Definitely.
Wow. Because, like, alright, well, another thing to completely back that up is,
Mm-hmm.
like, just because soul isn't played on commercial radio,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that it's not popping the fuck off. Because,
I-
like we just talked about, you in Tokyo, you in
Mhm.
Japan, sorry, and other places around the world,
Mhm.
it's huge over there.
It is, man. It's huge, man. And I feel like most people probably listen to soul music more than anything, even though it doesn't get played on the radio. Most people are, when they're on Spotify, they're on Apple Music, and they're chilling at home. Most people are listening to stuff that's soulful.
That's so true. Because actually, when I'm just cruising as well, like the other day I was listening to Nina Simone.
See,
Like
yeah,
I was
man.
listening to her on the way home. Like a collection. Oh no, not a collection. An album that it was a live album that was recorded in 1964.
Man, you can't beat that as well. You cannot beat that. That stuff takes you on a journey.
Yeah, man. It was this pure fucking. Like I can't describe it, bro. It was just
Man.
I was laughing, bro. I was laughing with her and I wasn't even there.
I feel you,
but I was
bro.
laughing throughout her songs. Like the way that these soul artists, the pioneers of this genre of music, connected with their audience and
Man.
connected with their listener was insane.
It's incredible, man. Like, and really, that's for me when I perform live, or even when I'm just making music. That's where I've learnt it from. Like Marvin Gaye for me is king, and man, listen to a live album of Marvin Gaye. I highly recommend everybody should do that at some point. Just sit down and listen to it, and just like he's really coming from a place that. It's
the soul, bro.
Man, that's where it's coming from, and you can feel it. You feel it coming through the radio. Coming through your speakers. You can feel that. There's heart in this, man. That's what it's about.
It's pure energy, isn't it? It's just pure
Definitely.
energy, bro. And like you were saying, everyone's got a soul, so everyone can connect to this type of music. Everyone has love at some point in their life, whether it's with other people, whether it's for themselves, whether it's for a passion. It all connects with the soul, and obviously that's what this genre is all about.
It is, man. It is. It all comes back to love at the end of the day.
So Alley Cat, I mean, is there a lot of love involved in this song, bro?
Oh man, Alley Cat, man. There's a lot of love that went into making this song,
Yeah.
and the way it turned out. And it's funny because like when you hear it, you might think that we really worked hard on this song, but this was just a song that 1 hour we were jamming and saying, hey man, this is kind of nice, these chords are nice, and 2 hours later the song was done completely.
Wow.
So it's kind of a song that just came to life, and there was no thinking about it. It just happened.
Again, from the soul, right?
It was. It came
So what-
from that place, man.
So is Alley Cat like a girl? Well, what is Alley Cat? Like, I don't get the title.
Alley Cat it's about a girl, but she's behind the scenes, and you can't get to her. You know what I mean? She's confident by herself and
So
bad
she-
all by herself.
So she's like an independent woman.
She is. She's most definitely an independent woman that you're trying to get to her. She's fine as hell. She's elegant, but you just can't get to her. So that's what it is.
Wow. Did you play it?
Nah, it wasn't me. I wish I could play that. Man. we had like a little German kid from
Germany?
Germany. Where else did he come from? Yeah, he lives in Germany actually. That's the thing of the World Wide Web. You can find crazy musicians
Everywhere.
Click of a button.
Wow. We were just saying, because obviously both of us being South African, we're
Mhm.
talking about the current climate of the music industry.
Yeah, man.
Artists like Wizkid and how everything's kind of going towards African music.
Man, it's crazy.
And like, because obviously you have a big following over there as
Mhm.
well. So yeah, it was just crazy. It's just crazy how like the music, the commercial music industry, pop music, it just sort of goes around the world and picks different cultures, kind of, right, to just showcase.
I feel like that's exactly what it does, man. That they just kind of like find the sound that's cultural and turn it into pop music, and I suppose that's what's happening with the whole, like, you know, the new kind of like style, African sound music that's out now. I mean, you know, the music went from, I remember back at a time when it was like kind of like that Indian kind of vibe, you know, and like a real Middle Eastern kind of vibe to the music.
Yes, like hip hop.
You know? Yeah,
hip hop was huge in Middle East, on the Middle Eastern sort of samples and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
man, like just the sound. I suppose there's just there's stuff in those cultures that, you know, like they brand new to the Western world and to us. So, and when you put drums and a hip hop beat behind anything like that, it's just gonna turn into something magical, you know?
Something vibey.
Yeah,
something you can bang your head to.
Something brand new.
Something that you have to move more than 2 parts of your body to.
100, man. Something about the drums, you know? It's all about them.
That's so true. Okay, so when you write your songs, because you're a songwriter as well. You're not just the pretty face, right?
No,
you're not just the singer. You're not just the face of all of it. You write. You're behind the scenes. You're producing it as well. I mean, what's your writing process like? Is it something that just naturally comes out, or do you sort of have a set process to sort of get these songs done?
Man, I just really have no process, to be honest. Like, you know, it's every song, kind of the process of it is different. You know, sometimes I'll write a song without any instrumentation, any backing, anything, because the melody might be in my head, and then I'll just go off the melody and put the lyrics down to it, and then take it to the studio and build it. And then there's times where, like Love Mathematics, where I'd heard the instrumental and, you know, wrote to the instrumental because I was digging the instrumental. So, you know, there's real no process to it, and I always try to just stick with that formula, you know, because I don't want I don't want to make music that seems forced or seems like, you know, I was trying to make it to become a hit or to fit into a certain genre. You know, I just want to make music, you know, regardless, and however it comes out is however it comes out.
Yeah, because it's so free, right? Like, music is it's all about being free, all about expression of emotion, and that seems to be the most common thing. I've interviewed a lot of artists, and all of them say the same thing. I don't have a rule. There is no rules. I mean, there's guidelines, you know, that we stick by, but at the end of the day, like, you're meant to break them.
Oh, most definitely, man. You know, I feel like in Australia, especially because, you know, we have the kind of artists here that, you know, have to fend for themselves in a way, especially in like if hip hop genre and R&B, soul genre. You know, that there's no major outlets for that kind of music here. So, you know, because we have to discover and fend for ourselves and learn in our own way, I feel like a lot of the artists here are good at not sticking to a formula and just doing what they feel. You know, whereas in the States where I've been, you know, and I've traveled there, I feel like they a lot of the times they can really get caught up in having the formula and trying to make that hit song and just going with, you know, what's current and what's popular at the moment, instead of just, you know, making music that is free.
So you referring to like writing camps and stuff that you've been to, or?
Oh, 100%, man. Writing camps, you know, just seeing artists in action, just, you know, working with executives and labels, and, you know, getting their feedback on the way to go about things. It seems like they all have a way, and this is the procedure, and this is the way to go about things. Whereas here, we don't really have that, so we're just more like, you know, we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And bring it to life however we can.
Wow, that's actually so interesting that you say that, because it is treated like a product when it's a language, right?
Yeah.
So over here in Australia, it hasn't been commercialized as much as it's been around the world. So we still have that freedom to create something that is pure to the soul, right? That is pure to who you are as a person.
Most definitely, you know, and you know, I love that. I love the fact that we are a little bit freer here to be able to do what we want to do.
That just makes us appreciate Australian music so much more.
It does.
And that's the whole point of this, of me sitting down with you guys, you know, you artists, because this is something that in 10, 15, 20 years, when Australian music does pop off, when the pop industry turns around and go, okay, let's go to Australia now, that that they're going to look back and go, wow, like this is how it all came about. This is how the Aussie sound came. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, Aussie music this, Aussie music that. But at the same time, it's music, man. Like, it's a language, bro.
Man,
so,
people are, that's what people need to understand, that the artists here are grinding, like they're on their grind. They are doing their thing. And, you know, a lot of artists that are my friends, you know, we pop off all around the world before we pop off in Australia. You know, and I think that's what's motivating.